Welcome to day 6, chapter called Every Man, from Matthew 1:21. You are to give him the name Jesus. He is the one who will save his people from their sins. We have common names today: John, Peter, James, Richard. And back then, it turns out that the name in Hebrew, Yeshua, was a very common name. Now, of course, God chose specifically this name for a reason because of the meaning. We're not going to go into that, but we're really going to look at why also this name is relatable. And the author goes ahead and says it would be like calling him every man, a man that is relatable, a man that people can rub shoulders with. And in Hebrews it says, we don't have a priest who is out of touch with our reality, as one version puts. He's been through weakness and testing, experienced it all but the sin. And earlier in Hebrews it'll say, that's why Jesus had to be like his brothers and sisters in every way. He can relate to us in every way. And this is extremely powerful for us to have a priest that we can relate to, as I've preached, I think 2 weeks ago in a Sunday message. In Hebrews 1:1-3, it even says, the shining reflection of God's own glory, the precise expression of his very being. Imagine what that means. The precise expression of God apparently has a face, has a person that we can see, that we can come before, and that person is Jesus. The way of seeing God, finally and most accurately, is through the person of Jesus. And for sure, it definitely shapes our theology in the most deep and meaningful ways, especially when you consider we get to examine his life, we get to examine his conversations, his death too, how he handled all these different things in life we can now talk about. And it shapes the reality of who we believe God is, because in Hebrews it says this is the precise expression of this sometimes unknowable, majestic, glorious, all-powerful, all-seeing God that is extremely hard to grasp for concepts that are beyond our imagination. And so what does it mean? It means that God is close, that he always wanted to be close with us. It means that God in all his majesty is also vulnerable. And it means that God understands, in fact, what it means to be human, understanding our struggle, and is always there with his grace to lift us up.